J. Abraham draws a humorous analogy from an episode of South Park involving underpants stealing gnomes to illustrate a common mistake made by entrepreneurs. The gnomes in the show had a 3-step plan for building wealth. Step 1, steal underpants. Step 3, profit. However, they hadn't figured out the crucial middle step of how to convert the underpants into profit. Abraham uses this analogy to highlight how many entrepreneurs similarly skip the vital step of creating a strategy to turn their ideas into viable businesses. Abraham emphasizes that entrepreneurs often focus too early on securing funding from investors without first proving the viability of their business idea in the market. He stresses the importance of thoroughly understanding the market, identifying what sells, and demonstrating the ability to sell products or services before seeking investment. He cautions against the misconception that getting rich quickly is feasible in entrepreneurship, emphasizing that building a successful business is a gradual process that requires patience and strategic planning. Despite the challenges, Abraham acknowledges the rewards of entrepreneurship, both in terms of financial success and personal fulfillment. He speaks from his own experience of building successful businesses and promises to share his knowledge and strategies to help readers accelerate their own success. The introduction outlines the structure of the book, which is divided into 3 parts. Part 1, titled Getting Started, covers developing and launching a business, finding funding and creating a scalable model. Part 2, Hooking the Investor, focuses on making compelling pitches to investors and understanding their perspectives. Part 3, Think in 360 Degrees, explores alternative methods of starting and growing a business, including strategic alliances and partnerships. Abraham assures readers that the book is not just about theoretical concepts but provides practical guidance and actionable steps to build a lasting and profitable business. He encourages readers to commit to the journey of entrepreneurship and promises to provide the support and tools necessary for success. The introduction sets the stage for the rest of the book, which aims to empower entrepreneurs with the knowledge and strategies to achieve their business goals. Chapter 1. How to launch your business. Birth of a business. The chapter begins by prompting readers to deeply consider their motivations for starting a business. It emphasizes the importance of aligning entrepreneurial pursuits with personal values and goals. Highlighting the necessity of addressing genuine market needs, the author advises against solely pursuing financial gain. Instead, entrepreneurs are encouraged to passionately pursue ventures that positively impact society while acknowledging the sacrifices required. Before you start, learn. Thorough preparation is essential before launching a business. The chapter emphasizes the significance of market research, understanding competition, and validating product or service ideas. Practical steps like creating prototypes or beta versions and gaining industry experience are advocated. Networking with successful professionals and continuous learning are also emphasized to lay a strong foundation for entrepreneurship. Take it step by step. Entrepreneurs are advised to focus on one idea at a time, ensuring it is both viable and profitable. Detailed planning, goal setting, and creating a roadmap are emphasized to guide the business journey effectively. The chapter underscores the importance of making early sales to validate the business concept and gather crucial market feedback. Additionally, strategies for time management and prioritization are discussed to enhance productivity. Use the internet. Utilizing online platforms for marketing and reaching potential customers is crucial. The chapter discusses strategies for leveraging social media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter for brand promotion and customer engagement. It highlights the importance of authenticity, consistency, and customer interaction in online marketing efforts. Moreover, the chapter underscores the accessibility and benefits of online resources for business development, such as website creation and e-commerce platforms. Be ready to change it up. Adaptability and resilience are emphasized as essential traits for entrepreneurs. The chapter encourages embracing trial and error, pivoting strategies when necessary, and remaining open to change. Entrepreneurs are advised to anticipate and address challenges proactively, leveraging feedback to refine their business approach. Additionally, the chapter acknowledges the importance of funding options, including bootstrapping, in navigating the financial aspects of entrepreneurship. Chapter 2. Robert Hargrove on bootstrapping, creating a startup with massive potential. The chapter opens with a call to action for aspiring entrepreneurs to pursue their business dreams without waiting for external funding. Bootstrapping is introduced as a method to kickstart a business using available resources, emphasizing the role of passion and determination. Starting with a big plan, the importance of thorough planning and understanding customers' needs is highlighted. Entrepreneurs are encouraged to develop a robust business plan and iterate on their product or service, until it resonates with customers. The chapter emphasizes the emotional journey and personal growth involved in bootstrapping a business, understanding the startup journey. A distinction is made between startups and established companies, emphasizing the temporary nature of startups and their quest for a profitable and scalable business model. The narrative shifts away from traditional business planning and funding towards customer development and revenue generation. The masterful mindset of bootstrapping. Entrepreneurs are urged to adopt a mindset focused on innovation, prioritization, and customer engagement. The chapter provides practical guidance on navigating the bootstrapping process, stressing the importance of remaining focused on core priorities. 5 critical questions are posed to guide entrepreneurs through the bootstrapping journey, covering aspects like passion, problem solving, product market fit, sales strategies, and time management. Is bootstrapping right for you? Exploring bootstrapping myths. Common misconceptions about bootstrapping are debunked, challenging the notion that it's only suitable for small ventures or indicates a lack of success. The chapter showcases successful entrepreneurs who bootstrap their businesses to significant achievements. Reframing bootstrapping. Bootstrapping is redefined as funding a business with revenue from customers rather than relying on external investment. The importance of customer engagement and agile product development is emphasized as essential components of the bootstrapping approach. Dispelling misconceptions. The chapter challenges stereotypes about bootstrappers, highlighting the strategic focus, resource optimization, and potential for success associated with this approach. It presents bootstrapping as a viable path to building a thriving business without compromising on quality or ambition. Bootstrapping defined the evolution of bootstrapping. Bootstrapping is reframed as a deliberate choice driven by passion and a commitment to solving meaningful problems. The chapter contrasts the motivations and outcomes of venture-funded startups with those embracing the bootstrapping approach. Different paths to entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs are encouraged to reflect on their motivations and goals before deciding between seeking external funding or bootstrapping. The chapter underscores the control and long-term focus associated with bootstrapping, contrasting it with the potential loss of autonomy in venture-funded ventures. The 3 paths to building a company. 1. The venture funding or outcome-driven path. This path, often taught in business schools, relies heavily on business planning. Venture-funded startups often pursue unproven business models using capital. However, a significant portion of these businesses fail due to market exaggeration and lack of customer interaction. Examples like Webvan illustrate the risk of building products without validating customer interest. 2. The cookie-cutter path. Many small businesses in the US opt for this path, implementing already successful business models. These ventures face intense competition and often struggle to differentiate, leading to stress for owners. The emphasis is on generating cash flow rather than innovation or creativity. 3. The bootstrapping path. Bootstrapping integrates the best aspects of both venture funding and cookie-cutter approaches. It's grounded in the founder's passion, talent, and customer interaction. Successful bootstrapped companies iterate their products based on customer feedback and revenue. Colossal bootstrapping definition. Colossal bootstrapping involves creating innovative business models driven by customer discovery. It's a journey where entrepreneurs develop prototypes, engage customers, and iterate until they achieve sustainable revenue. Principles. 1. Follow your passion but test your hypothesis. Pursue ideas driven by passion but validate them through customer feedback. 2. Build social capital. Engage others in your passion to garner support and expertise. 3. Use constraints to drive innovation. Embrace limitations to focus on essential features and drive creative solutions. 4. Discover business models through customer interaction. Iterate your business model based on continuous customer feedback. 5. Get out and hustle, but have patience. Execute with commitment and perseverance, focusing on monetization while patiently building brand equity. Case study. Reed Hastings of Netflix. Reed Hastings' journey with Netflix highlights the importance of customer discovery and iterative development. Netflix's evolution from rental by mail to subscription-based model exemplifies the process of discovering a successful business model through customer feedback. The 4 stages of colossal bootstrapping. 1. The future you stage. Key action. Embrace your passions, talents, interests rather than following societal norms. Summary. Steve Jobs' experience at Reed College illustrates the importance of pursuing what truly inspires you. Despite financial struggles, Jobs audited classes that ignited his passion for calligraphy and typefaces, which later influenced Apple's design ethos. The key action here is to break away from societal expectations and embrace your unique interests, propelling you into the ideation stage. 2. The ideation stage key action: develop a demo to validate your business idea. Summary: generating business ideas can stem from various sources, such as personal passions or identifying customer needs. Once you conceive a business concept, creating a demo allows you to gather feedback from potential customers efficiently. By focusing on providing value to customers, you progress to the valley of death stage. 3. The valley of death stage key action: prioritize sales to bring your product to market. Summary: this stage involves navigating resource constraints to launch your product and generate sales. Overcoming call reluctance is crucial, as fear of rejection can hinder sales efforts. The focus should be on delivering a minimum viable product to address customer needs effectively, propelling you into the grow stage. 4. The grow stage key action: establish a professional team and operational processes. Summary: as your business gains momentum, scaling becomes a priority. Building a competent team and implementing efficient processes are essential for managing growth effectively. This stage marks the transition from a fledgling idea to a full-fledged business. In conclusion, summary: embracing a learning mindset, seeking guidance from startup thought leaders, and finding a mentor are crucial for entrepreneurial success. The journey of bootstrapping is evolutionary, guided by key actions at each stage, and driven by a commitment to learning and growth. Chapter 3: Peter Einstein on crowdfunding. The chapter begins by addressing the common concern of entrepreneurs: funding. It emphasizes that investment isn't just financial, it can also involve time, assets, or attention. It suggests approaches like seeking help from friends and family or leveraging personal resources like credit cards or mortgaging assets. The chapter promises to explore crowdfunding with insights from Peter Einstein, a leading expert in the field. What is crowdfunding? Crowdfunding is presented as a revolutionary method for startups to access capital, potentially unlocking billions from small investors. It explains the concept's historical roots in collective support for various projects and causes. The evolution of internet-based crowdfunding, particularly reward-based platforms like Kickstarter and Indiegogo, is discussed. Equity-based crowdfunding, enabled by legislative changes, allows small investors to receive equity in a company, aiming to democratize access to capital. Is crowdfunding for you? If so, which kind? The suitability of crowdfunding depends on factors like the nature of the business idea, storytelling ability, and comfort with social media. The chapter introduces various forms of crowdfunding, including reward-based, equity-based, revenue-based, royalty-based, lending, and debt-based. It stresses the importance of understanding the different types and their pros and cons to make informed decisions. Reward-based crowdfunding and general crowdfunding tips. Reward-based crowdfunding is explored as a way to test market interest, gain proof of concept, and generate revenue. Key considerations for choosing reward-based portals or platforms are discussed, including fees, success rates, and types of support offered. The chapter suggests that smaller, specialized platforms might offer advantages in targeted marketing and exposure, in standing out from the crowd. Strategies for standing out on crowdfunding platforms include targeting niche markets and appealing to specialized audiences. The chapter advises against launching campaigns on multiple platforms simultaneously to avoid diffusing efforts and competing against oneself. It emphasizes the importance of setting realistic funding targets and breaking projects into smaller, manageable parts. Crowd comes before funding. Building your crowd. Successful crowdfunding relies on attracting and motivating your own network of supporters, including friends, family, and social media contacts. Platforms often feature projects with built-in audiences, but it's essential to demonstrate your ability to attract attention and support. Active engagement during the initial phase of your campaign is crucial to gaining platform support and visibility. Crowdfunding search engines and review sites. New crowdfunding search engines and review sites are emerging to help creators choose suitable platforms and navigate the competitive landscape. These tools enable targeted searches and comparisons, emphasizing the importance of optimizing campaign pages for visibility. Creating your rewards. Rewards play a significant role in crowdfunding success, representing tangible incentives for backers. Rewards should be tied to your business and offer backers a sense of involvement in your project's success. Socially responsible projects or those with a cool factor may attract more attention, but rewards should align with your business concept. Focus on the why, not just the what or the how. Beyond explaining the what and how of your business, emphasize the why, to connect with backers on a personal and emotional level. Authenticity and passion are essential in conveying your mission and vision to potential backers. Learn from the experiences of others, study successful and unsuccessful crowdfunding campaigns to understand effective strategies and pitfalls to avoid. Analyze video pitches, updates and interactions with backers to refine your approach and improve your campaign's chances of success. Your all-important video pitch. A well-produced video pitch is crucial for connecting with potential backers and explaining your business concept. Watch successful campaign videos to understand effective storytelling techniques and make a compelling appeal to your audience. Thank you notes and updates. Acknowledge and thank backers promptly to maintain positive relationships and encourage further support. Provide regular updates to keep backers informed about project progress and maintain their engagement throughout the campaign. Responding to questions. Respond promptly and clearly to questions from potential backers to demonstrate engagement and build trust. Address common concerns or questions in campaign materials to streamline communication and focus on positive aspects of your project. Summing up, reward-based crowdfunding can be beneficial for socially responsible or innovative projects, but requires careful planning and execution. Equity-based crowdfunding offers opportunities for startups to raise capital from a broad base of investors, with the potential for greater control and long-term success. The crowdfunder investor mindset. Receptive investors. Crowdfund investors are more open to pitches compared to traditional loan officers or VCs. Offering actual equity makes pitches more attractive. Dual incentives. Offering both equity and rewards can enhance appeal. Investor profiles. Consider different investor mindsets when developing pitches. Investor personalities and mindsets. Go with your gut. Investors. Some investors rely on intuition rather than extensive due diligence. The fence-sitter. Analytical investors who scrutinize every detail before making a decision. The risk spreader. Investors who spread their investments across multiple startups. Wisdom of the crowd. Crowdsourcing helps identify fraudulent activities in crowdfunding. Strategic goal setting and fundraising. Funding targets. Establish achievable funding targets to increase success. Escalating funding rounds. Use multiple funding rounds to raise capital and increase share price. Free enterprise equity. Crowdfunding empowers entrepreneurs while maintaining control and equity. The dreaded SEC compliance process. Registration process. Detailed registration with the SEC is necessary for equity crowdfunding. Disclosure requirements. Complete disclosure of financials and business plans is required. Chapter 4. Going and growing as far as you can. Congratulations, you've successfully launched your business. Now it's time to think about how far you can take it, but before rushing into seeking investors, consider how much you can achieve independently. Growing your business. People often underestimate what they can accomplish in the long run. It's crucial to grow your business steadily until it becomes too successful to ignore before considering investors. This chapter explores strategies for sustainable growth and avoiding common pitfalls. Assessing your business position. Evaluate your business objectively by considering both external perceptions and internal capabilities. Understand your market positioning, credibility, and future growth potential to make informed decisions. Free yourself from the web of entanglements. John Dudek highlights the common trap entrepreneurs fall into called the web of entanglements, where confusion and lack of focus hinder progress. This chapter offers insights into managing time and priorities effectively. Legal obligations ensure accuracy and professionalism in all materials to comply with SEC regulations. Entrepreneurship in the age of crowdfunding. Adaptability. Entrepreneurs must adapt to new ways of presenting their business to diverse audiences. Learning from crowdfunding. Lessons from reward-based crowdfunding are applicable to equity-based crowdfunding. Higher stakes call for more patience. Investor engagement. Patience and professionalism are crucial in engaging potential investors. Pampering investors. Provide updates and respond to inquiries promptly to maintain investor interest. Closing the deal. Engagement strategies keep investors engaged throughout the process to facilitate investment decisions. Subtle persuasion. Use professional and sincere approaches to convince investors of the opportunity. Other forms of investment-based crowdfunding. Revenue-based and royalty-based crowdfunding. Alternative methods where investors receive a share of future revenues or royalties. Debt or lending-based crowdfunding. Borrower-lender arrangements for repayment of principal with interest. Current state of entrepreneurial ventures. The modern business landscape is plagued by overwhelming workloads and blurred boundaries between personal and professional life. Addressing these issues requires a critical look at time management and priorities. Managing time effectively. Time and motion studies reveal discrepancies between perceived and actual time usage. By accurately assessing time allocation and focusing on key priorities, individuals and organizations can enhance productivity. Focus charts, a solution. Creating focus charts helps align time usage with strategic priorities. By delegating tasks effectively and concentrating on strengths, individuals can navigate the complexities of growth and achieve optimal performance. The Strength Theory Exercise 1. Introduction. Visualize your life as an entrepreneur and identify the top 3 responsibilities. 2. Breaking it down, list tasks for each responsibility. 3. Identifying strengths, label tasks according to your proficiency: gifted, excellence, average, incompetent. 4. Leveraging strengths. Find people to delegate tasks where you're incompetent or average to those who excel. 5. Optimizing time. Free up time to focus on areas of giftedness for increased effectiveness and enjoyment. 6. Networking and delegating. Strategically utilize resources to enhance productivity and overall success. The 3 ways to grow ASEA Business. 1. Overview. Geometric growth through 3 main avenues: clients, transaction value, repurchase frequency. 2. Formula and example. Growth: increase in clients X, increase in transaction value X, increase in repurchase frequency. 3. Increasing clients tactics include lead generation, client education and retention strategies. 4. Increasing transaction value. Focus on upselling, promotions, pricing strategies, and enhancing product profiles. 5. Increasing repurchase frequency. Utilize follow-up products, personal communication, endorsements, and special events. Marketing strategies. 1. Foundation of marketing. Highlighting the importance of marketing and innovation for business growth. 2. Parthenon philosophy. Diversifying marketing approaches to strengthen business growth. 3. Proven marketing concepts. Leadership qualities, clear calls to action, leverage of marketing, and salesmanship. 4. Bonus and risk reversal. Enhancing sales propositions through bonuses and reducing client risk. 5. Marketing mistakes. To avoid common errors in marketing strategy and execution with corrective actions. Strategic partners. 1. Introduction. Examples of successful strategic alliances in business. 2. Benefits of strategic relationships. Leveraging shared resources to enhance business performance. 3. Small-scale strategic partnerships. Exploring collaborations with complementary businesses for mutual benefit. Don't scale too quickly. 1. Introduction. Caution against rapid expansion without considering the risks. 2. Example clothing business. Illustration of challenges in scaling, like deferred billing and market unpredictability. 3. Pitfalls of scaling quickly. Risk of overspending on inventory, diminishing quality, and overextending resources. 4. Advice for growth. Advocate for measured growth, ensuring readiness before expanding operations. Financial intelligence. It's the little things. 1. Importance of financial management. Emphasize attention to detail to maximize savings and profitability. 2. Examples of cost-cutting measures. Suggestions like avoiding unnecessary expenses, buying generic, and conserving resources. 3. Impact of small changes. Highlight the cumulative effect of minor adjustments on overall financial health and sustainability. Optimization. Tunnel vision vs. funnel vision. 1. Definition of optimization. Maximizing performance across various aspects of business operations. 2. Importance of awareness. Encouragement to broaden perspectives and consider diverse opportunities. 3. Funnel vision approach. Advocation for seeking breakthrough ideas beyond conventional thinking. Think outside the box. 1. Creativity in business. Encouragement to innovate and explore unconventional strategies. 2. Example of innovative strategy. Case study of a unique advertising tactic in Australia. 3. Embracing creativity. Highlighting the importance of originality and differentiation in business approaches. 9 drivers of business growth and 25 strategies to outmarket your competition. 1. Introduction. Overview of key factors driving business growth. 2. Marketing. Leveraging marketing strategies to expand reach and impact. 3. Strategy. Emphasizing the importance of strategic planning for business transformation. 4. Capital efficient utilization of resources and investments for optimal returns. 5. Business model. Crafting a business model aligned with strategic objectives. 6. Relationships. Harnessing the power of networks and partnerships for growth. 7. Distribution channels and markets. Maximizing distribution networks and exploring new markets. 8. Products and services. Innovating and diversifying offerings to meet market demands. 9. Procedures, processes and systems. Streamlining operations through effective processes and systems. 10. Ideology. Aligning business activities with core values and beliefs for sustainable growth. 1. Work your current and past customer lists. Identify and engage with your current and past customers, leveraging their past purchases to entice them to buy again. 2. Stop spending so much on ineffective advertising. Direct advertising efforts towards stimulating immediate responses rather than funding institutional ads. 3. Follow up. Enhance results by following up mailings with low-pressure telemarketing efforts and listening to prospect objections. 4. Keep following up. Continuously follow up with interested prospects and customers to move them towards decisive action. 5. Use risk reversal. Overcome customer hesitation by offering guarantees or rebates, shifting the risk of purchase from the buyer to the seller. 6. Bump and upsell. Offer better deals or additional items at the point of sale, significantly increasing profit potential. 7. Sell, then sell again. Regularly contact customers after purchase to encourage additional sales, building familiarity and trust. 8. Utilize host-beneficiary relationships. Form alliances with credible companies to access their customer base, expanding your reach at minimal cost. 9. Use your competitors' resources and profit. Collaborate with competitors to fill operational gaps, exchange information, and access new markets. 10. Offer extended guarantees and incentives. Provide incentives like money-back guarantees or bonuses to motivate purchases and emphasize value. 11. Lock in sales in advance. Offer initial services for free or at low cost in exchange for continued purchases at agreed prices. 12. License your successful concepts. Monetize successful strategies by licensing them to other companies for a fee. 13. Break even on the front end. Be willing to break even on initial promotions to acquire customers, banking on future profits. 14. Test your prices. Experiment with different price points to find the most profitable option for your products. 15. Reposition yourself as an expert in your industry. Establish yourself as an industry expert through publications, seminars, and media appearances. 16. If you know a company is going out of business, buy their customers and the right to fulfill on orders. Acquire assets and customer lists from failing businesses to expand your own customer base. 17. Decrease your overhead. Cut unnecessary expenses to free up funds for marketing efforts and maximize profitability. 18. Don't burn your bridges. Maintain positive relationships with all stakeholders to preserve reputation and maximize future opportunities. 19. Avoid the ostrich theory of marketing. Continuously engage with customers and adapt to market competition to retain their loyalty. 20. Write only direct response ads or sales letters. Craft compelling ads that follow the AIDA formula to drive immediate action from potential customers. 21. Write headlines that pull. Use benefit-driven headlines to grab attention and convey value to potential customers. 22. Analyze your results. Track and analyze the effectiveness of marketing efforts to identify the most successful strategies. 23. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify investments and resources to mitigate risk and maximize opportunities. 24. Get your customers to give you referrals. Encourage referrals from satisfied customers by offering incentives and prioritizing referrals. 25. Recognize and identify your hidden assets. Identify underutilized assets and liabilities to develop strategies for maximizing profitability and reducing risk. Chapter 5. The Strategy of Preeminence. Introduction. The author introduces the strategy of preeminence, a mindset and ideology that has become synonymous with their brand. It's not just a strategy, but a philosophy of doing business that emphasizes putting the client's interests first. Core principles. The strategy of preeminence offers breakthrough principles to drive effectiveness, accelerate performance, and attract partners. By focusing on every person your business touches, you can position yourself as a leader in your industry. The shift in focus. The key mental shift in preeminence is to prioritize the client's needs over your own. Instead of being in love with your product or service, fall in love with your client. This shift in focus leads to enhanced connections and mutual admiration. Empathy and understanding. Preeminence requires empathy and understanding towards clients, team members, and other stakeholders. By listening and considering their perspective, you can better address their needs and build trust. Cultural sensitivity. Preeminence extends to embracing consumers from different cultures and backgrounds. Understanding their values, habits, and traditions builds trust and fosters strong relationships. Case study. Timberland's mistake. The case of Timberland illustrates the consequences of a lack of empathy and focus on the client. By making insensitive remarks, Timberland alienated a significant portion of their customer base, leading to a loss of trust and sales. In essence, the strategy of preeminence emphasizes putting the client first, understanding their needs, and building strong relationships based on empathy and mutual respect. From I to you. 1. Shifting focus to the client. Prioritize the client's perspective over your own. Tips for effective communication start with you in promotional materials, focus on emotional benefits, ask clients what they want, and listen actively. 2. Authentic communication and empathy, quality over quantity in interactions, masterful, meaningful conversations, importance of listening, observing and reflecting. 3. Storytelling and genuine interest, importance of genuine curiosity in interactions, story illustrating the power of interest. Reflecting clients' values and needs. 4. Understanding client needs, questions to understand client perspectives, articulating and addressing client problems, providing comprehensive solutions and building trust. 5. Hopeful and straight talk, encouraging clients to define their needs and goals, communicating with optimism and honesty, building trust through genuine care and straight talk. 6. Elevating clients to clients, the significance of considering clients as individuals, importance of personal connections and attention to detail, selling leadership and fostering collaborative relationships. 7. Guardianship and personalized sales, watching out for clients' best interests, avoiding limitations and guiding clients towards optimal choices, being a trusted advisor and ensuring superlative results, responsibility to the client, responsibility to educate, advising clients beyond immediate transactions, ensuring appropriate purchases, guiding clients to make suitable decisions, building long-term relationships, fostering trust and ongoing support, trusted authority, establishing credibility and reliability, empowerment and leadership, empowering clients, providing guidance without coercion, leading with emotional intelligence, understanding and addressing client emotions, facilitating self-discovery, allowing clients to reach conclusions independently, leadership and adaptability, adjusting strategies to meet client needs, responsibility to educate, advising clients beyond immediate transactions, ensuring appropriate purchases, guiding clients to make suitable decisions, building long-term relationships, fostering trust and ongoing support, trusted authority, establishing credibility and reliability, empowerment and leadership, empowering clients, providing guidance without coercion, leading with emotional intelligence, understanding and addressing client emotions, facilitating self-discovery, allowing clients to reach conclusions independently, leadership and adaptability, adjusting strategies to meet client needs, ethical business practices, business with a purpose, integrating philanthropy and social responsibility, building brand loyalty, connecting with clients on a deeper level, emotional marketing, appealing to client emotions for lasting engagement, the value of connection, cultivating a sense of belonging and identity, commitment to innovation, continuous improvement, pursuing breakthroughs in all aspects of business, client-centric innovation, enhancing client experiences and outcomes, selflessness in business, serving others for mutual benefit, purpose-driven success, improving client lives as the ultimate goal. Chapter 6: Investment Pitch Do's and Don'ts. 1. Introduction to winning pitches, emphasizing the necessity of finding an investor to propel business growth, comparison of investor attraction to dating, the importance of crafting an irresistible investment pitch. 2. Get the investor into the room, strategies for grabbing investors' attention, including creative business cards and attention-grabbing mailings. 3. Do your basic homework, stressing the importance of preparation before pitch meetings. 4. Make a powerful first impression, guidance on presenting oneself professionally and confidently to investors. 5. Don't be over the top with theatrics, advising against distracting or gimmicky introductions that detract from the pitch. 6. Embrace the show and tell, encouragement to showcase products and allow investors to interact with them. 7. Have your proof, importance of providing evidence of market viability, competition analysis, and contingency plans. 8. Know everything about your business, emphasizing comprehensive knowledge of all aspects of the business, including finances and market dynamics. 9. Admit your mistakes, encouragement to acknowledge past mistakes and demonstrate resilience and adaptability. 10. Know what you want and what you're going to do with it, guidance on clearly defining objectives and strategies for utilizing investment funds. 11. Know what you're offering, advice on valuing the company appropriately and offering investors a fair deal. 12. Tap into your personal experience, highlighting the credibility and engagement potential of personal anecdotes related to the business. 13. Answer questions head-on, importance of addressing investor inquiries directly and transparently to build trust and maintain credibility. 14. Sales cure before seeking investment. Prove your product's market viability through sales. Investors want assurance, not prototypes. 15. Know your numbers. Be transparent about sales figures and costs. Investors appreciate honesty and clarity. 16. Mitigate risks. Identify and address potential liabilities associated with your product to instill investor confidence. 17. Highlight proven usage. Demonstrate market credibility by showcasing how your product is being used successfully. 18. Stay firm, stay flexible, have boundaries but seize valuable opportunities. Balance firmness with adaptability. 19. Share future vision. Present not only current sales but also future potential and pivot strategies to attract investors. 20. Understand licensing. Explore licensing options and be prepared to explain your strategy to investors. 21. Consider mass market impact. Evaluate how scaling up might affect your product's appeal before seeking investment. 22. Be patent prepared. Having a patent or pending patent demonstrates uniqueness and initiative to investors. 23. Show industry knowledge. Stay informed about industry trends and competitors to assess market size and potential. 24. Seek value-adding investors. Look for investors who bring industry expertise or solve specific problems your business faces. 25. Know your break-even points. Understand your product's financials, including break-even points, to justify your valuation. 26. Focus locally before global expansion. Prioritize local growth over international expansion in the early stages to build a solid foundation. 27. Maintain professionalism. Stay composed and avoid insulting investors, even in challenging pitch situations. 28. Focus on investor needs. Tailor your pitch to emphasize what investors gain from the partnership, not just what you need. 29. Investors invest in people. Highlight your character, perseverance and ambition to instill investor confidence in you as a person. 30. Plan for business success. Honor commitments outlined in your business plan to maintain investor trust and respect. 31. Pitching. Learn from examples. Study real-life pitches to understand what works and what doesn't from an investor's perspective. Chapter 7. 30 Pitching Case Studies. The chapter presents 30 pitching case studies, both successful and unsuccessful, based on real scenarios from the author's career. The examples cover various stages of business, offering valuable lessons for entrepreneurs. But the purpose is to provide a third-person perspective on pitching, allowing readers to learn from the successes and mistakes of others. It aims to serve as preparation, highlighting what works and what doesn't in pitching to investors. Components of each pitch. 1. Value proposition. The appeal of the entrepreneur's business to the market and investors. 2. Presentation. How the entrepreneur establishes the need for their product or service and demonstrates their understanding of market issues. 3. Preemptively addressing concerns. Anticipating and addressing potential negatives or issues. 4. Overcoming investor questions. Masterfully handling and overcoming investor inquiries. 5. Negotiating counterproposals and closing. Flexibly responding to questions and closing deals. 6. Gaps in thinking. Unrecognized issues or oversights in the entrepreneur's pitch. Case Studies. 1. Joe value proposition. A product for messy kids. Presentation. Solution for a common problem, but unrealistic in practice. Gaps in thinking. Product's limitations and safety concerns. 2. Greg value proposition. Eco-friendly gardening product. Presentation claims uniqueness but lacks evidence. Prototype not genuine. Gaps in thinking. Lack of uniqueness and sales record. 3. Ben and John value proposition. Mobile entertainment company. The presentation. Innovative entertainments for children. Franchising model. Overcome investor questions. Addressing concerns about valuation and sales. Negotiating counterproposals and closing disagreement on valuation and control leads to no deal. 4. Jenna. Value proposition. Money-saving idea for parents. Presentation. Internet-based service for cost-effective entertainment. Overcome investor questions. Explains business model but reveals low ownership stake. Negotiating counterproposals and closing. Accepts investor offer with desired expertise. 5. Bruce value proposition. Next big trend in action sports. Presentation. Impressive product demonstration. Aims for mass market. Overcome investor questions. Questions product's market strategy. Gaps in thinking. Investor advises staying specialized. Bruce decides against investment. 6. Adam value proposition. Allergy protection solution. Presentation. Clinically proven product. Large order pending. Overcome investor questions. Addresses concerns about valuation and market. Negotiating counterproposals and closing. Negotiates multiple offers. Accepts deal with future funding support. 8. Frank Value proposition introducing a money-carrying product linked to a popular genre, seeking $50,000 for 20% equity. Presentation highlights celebrity endorsement and marketing plans. Gaps in thinking. Investors question the lack of celebrity branding on the product. Negotiating counter-proposals and closing. Investors offer $50,000 for 40% if celebrity endorses the product. Frank accepts, realizing the value of the celebrity partnership. 9 Mark and Josh. Value proposition: innovative audio technology business seeking $150,000 for 15% equity. Presentation showcase product innovation and past success. Overcome investor questions. Address concerns about sales and profit margins. Discuss distribution and future plans. Negotiating counter-proposals and closing. Receive offers ranging from full buyout to the initial proposal. Agree on $150,000 for 15% equity. 10 Stephen. Value proposition offering a humorous twist on a traditional household decoration, seeking $50,000 for 25% equity. Presentation presents product concept and variations. Gaps in thinking. Investor doubts product viability and professionalism. Evan Rachel. Value proposition: targeting the wedding industry with innovative products, seeking $250,000 for 15% equity. Presentation showcases product range and market potential. Overcoming investor questions. Explains sales figures and business strategies. Address concerns about profit margins and market focus. Negotiating counter-proposals and closing. Investor offers $250,000 for 51% control, but Rachel refuses. 12 Stan. Value proposition introducing a product for emergency response departments and homeowners, seeking $500,000 for 40% equity. Presentation demonstrates product effectiveness and market potential. Overcome investor questions. Investors raise concerns about government budget cuts and market demand. Discuss potential for home product and industry partnerships. Negotiating counterproposals and closing. Investor offers $1.25 million for full ownership, royalties and employment deal. Stan accepts, paving the way for both product lines. 13 Riley. Value proposition: innovative product line for well-dressed men, seeking $85,000 for 10% of the company. Presentation: Riley explains product innovation solving common menswear problems. Demonstrates product to impressed investor. Preemptively address concerns product already in high-end stores, generating significant revenue. Riley designed and produced product himself. Overcome investor questions. Impressive sales figures, expected growth, funds to expand product line and company. Negotiating counter-proposals and closing. Investor impressed, but wants larger stake. Riley rejects offer. Misunderstanding leads to deal collapse. 14 Roger. Value proposition: alcohol packaging innovation for convenience, seeking $600,000 for 20% of the company. Presentation demonstrates innovative alcohol packaging, explains multiple revenue streams. Overcome investor questions. Investor confused about product versus packaging. Concerns about product quality versus convenience. Investor suggests licensing to large alcohol producers. Negotiating counter-proposals and closing. Investor interested in packaging patent. Negotiates for controlling stake in IP. Deal rejected by Roger. 15 Marshall. Value proposition: fitness device with multiple benefits, seeking $140,000 for 15% of the business. Presentation demonstrates fitness device, explains benefits. Overcome investor questions. Investor queries product price, manufacturing cost. Concerns about company valuation based on sales. Gaps in thinking. Lack of clear growth strategy and marketing plan. Uncertainty around cost of customer acquisition. Negotiating counter-proposals and closing. Investor not satisfied with growth plan. Deal falls apart due to lack of clarity on business strategy. 16 Carolyn. Value proposition: product for expectant moms to feel beautiful, seeking $30,000 for 20% of the company. Presentation: Carolyn shares personal story and product benefits. Overcome investor questions. Minimal sales despite large market potential. Investor concerns about company valuation and lack of sales strategy. Gaps in thinking. Unclear growth plan and distribution strategy. Resistance to investor suggestions and conditions. Negotiating counter-proposals and closing. Investor offers increased stake for strategic input, but Carolyn rejects offer. Deal falls through. 17 Mary. Value proposition: deliverable dessert product, seeking $50,000 for 25% equity. Presentation: Mary presents product, offers samples. Overcome investor questions. Investor queries customer acquisition strategy, but concerns about scaling production and logistics. Negotiating counter-proposals and closing. Investor offers alternative deal structure. Mary accepts terms, secures investment. 18 Linda, value proposition clothing company for expecting moms, seeking $50,000 for 15%. Presentation Linda outlines brand history and challenges. Overcome investor questions, investor concerns about declining sales and market repositioning, uncertainty about rebranding strategy and retailer outreach, gaps in thinking, lack of clear plan to revive declining brand, uncertainty about manufacturing costs and market demand, negotiating counterproposals and closing investor hesitant due to business decline. Linda accepts terms, secures investment. 19 Marco, value proposition high-end jewelry for mass market, seeking $180,000 for 45%. Presentation Marco showcases jewelry examples and clientele. Overcome investor questions, concerns about market demand and product differentiation. Uncertainty about business sustainability and market entry. Gaps in thinking, dependence on sole designer raises investor concerns. Lack of market research and testing for mass market appeal. Negotiating counterproposals and closing investor interested but wants assurance from QVC deal. Marco's reluctance to share IP leads to deal rejection. 20 Anthony, value proposition innovative patented household product, seeking $250,000 for 25% equity in the patent. Presentation Anthony demonstrates product superiority. Preemptively address concerns, no sales to date, valuation based on potential. Reluctance to license product due to growth plans. Gaps in thinking, investor concerns about competing investor interests. Lack of clarity on investment purpose and business focus. Negotiating counterproposals and closing investor offers to buy patent outright. Anthony rejects offer, deal falls through. 21 Jonathan, value proposition fashionable accessory with health benefits, seeking $35,000 for 20%. Presentation Jonathan explains product benefits and sales success. Preemptively address concerns, claims disputed health benefits. Relies on SEO for marketing, lacks independent testing. Overcome investor questions, investor queries product credibility and testing. Concerns about liability and market entry. Negotiating counterproposals and closing investor skeptical, deal rejected due to lack of credibility. 22 Billy, value proposition revolutionizing sports training. Presentation Billy demonstrates his product's potential for athletes. Overcome investor questions, explains dual pricing strategy but lacks $199 model prototype. Gaps in thinking, failure to present crucial prototype leads to investors' skepticism. 23 Jason, value proposition empowering customers to create personalized clothing. Presentation Jason showcases innovative customization tool. Overcome investor questions, investor suggests leasing patented machine for wider reach. Gaps in thinking, Jason's focus on personal income overshadows business growth potential. 24 Ashley and Sarah, value proposition catering to motorcycle enthusiasts with unique products. Presentation Ashley and Sarah discuss expansion plans. Preemptively address concerns, acknowledgement of past mistakes and overvaluation. Negotiating counterproposals and closing gradual equity increase salvages the deal. 25 Evan, value proposition professional growth education system. Presentation Evan highlights systems effectiveness and corporate adoption. Preemptively address concerns, expanding into mobile app raises investor doubts. Negotiating counterproposals and closing investor offers funding without mobile app expansion, but Evan's focus complicates the deal. 26 Betsy, value proposition aspiring to be a household name in desserts. Presentation Betsy showcases her dessert products and retail success. Preemptively address concerns, overvaluation and undisclosed debt affect investor confidence. Gaps in thinking, Betsy's valuation and debt overshadow positive aspects of the business. 27 Chester, value proposition energy saving household product. Presentation Chester presents product and sales figures. Overcome investor questions, lackluster retail performance dampens investor interest. Gaps in thinking, flawed retail strategy undermines product potential. 28 Simon, value proposition targeted beverage product for specific demographic. Presentation Simon discusses niche market approach. Preempt concerns, limited market and scalability issues hinder investor confidence. 29 Casey and Regina, value proposition innovative clothing item for versatility. Presentation Casey and Regina demonstrate product but face low sales. Overcoming investor questions, inadequate market research and early stage business raise concerns. 30 Jerome, value proposition fun fitness program with certification. Presentation Jerome introduces his program and business model. Overcoming investor questions, investor seeks full business involvement. negotiating counter-proposals and closing. Investor proposes partnership with major fitness program, but Jerome prioritizes brand independence. Chapter 8: Strategic Alliances. Initial rejection. Entrepreneurs facing rejection from investors often feel deflated and scared about their future. Calming down rejection isn't the end, it's an opportunity for a new approach. Think creatively and expansively. Non-linear thinking. Conventional methods may fail. Embrace creativity and unorthodox strategies. Optimism. The best is yet to come. Explore new options and solutions. Promise of the book offers ways to achieve results without traditional funding, emphasizing resourcefulness. Strategic alliances. Leveraging partnerships for growth and success. Non-monetary investment. Highlighting the value of relational capital over cash. Accessing resources. Utilizing other companies' assets, expertise, and market influence. Multiplying success. Strategies for maximizing profitability through alliances and joint ventures. Harnessing OB resources. Leveraging other businesses' resources and strengths. Case study: the new Mrs. Fields, a story demonstrating the power of relational capital in building a successful business. Power partnering. Leveraging partnerships for mutual benefit, emphasizing ethical and equitable collaboration. Growth strategy: start small, build relationships, and gradually expand through strategic alliances. Overall, the chapter emphasizes the importance of strategic thinking and leveraging partnerships to overcome challenges and achieve business success. Chapter 9: Ways to power partner and leverage relational capital. 1. Types of strategic alliances. Discusses various strategic alliances like joint ventures and co-branding, citing examples such as Coke and Procter & Gamble. 2. Host or beneficiary relationships. Explains how companies can tap into existing goodwill and relationships of other firms to access new clients. 3. Equity partnerships. Explores different forms of equity partnerships in new businesses, products, markets, distribution channels, and intellectual processes. 4. Acquiring distribution networks and assets. Discusses acquiring distribution networks, assets, leads, and inactive clients for rapid growth. 5. Developing new products and markets. Highlights the importance of developing new products and markets for rapid growth. 6. Utilizing personal contacts. Advocates leveraging personal contacts to explore third-party opportunities. 7. Maximizing relational capital. Emphasizes the importance of leveraging relational capital existing in other companies to reach desired markets, buyers, and expertise. 8. Strategic alliances that work. Summarizes effective strategies for forming strategic alliances, including partnering with similar businesses and securing endorsements from influential figures. 9. Celebrity associations and endorsements. Details the power of celebrity endorsements and associations in boosting sales and credibility. 10. Leveraging industry dynamics. Discusses strategies like taking over, repurposing, or packaging another company's products or services to capitalize on industry dynamics. 11. Creating captive markets. Explores the concept of creating captive markets, citing examples such as art dealers on cruise ships and the establishment of organizations like ARP by Colonial Pennsylvania for business growth. Licensing assets. Unlocking hidden value. Codifying unique processes. Identify what sets your business apart, whether it's in marketing, operations, or strategy, and turn that into licensable assets. Case study: innovative marketing. Explore how a local dry cleaning business owner leveraged his marketing techniques into a lucrative licensing deal with thousands of other dry cleaners. Ad repurposing. Discover the potential in licensing ads that have already run their course in one market and reusing them in others, tapping into untapped audiences. Product licensing. Learn from examples like Ricky Tikki Stickies, where creative designs were licensed to manufacturers, generating millions in revenue. Process licensing. Explore the story of a lumberyard owner who licensed his superior kiln drying methods to lumberyards worldwide, turning a process into a profitable venture. Utilizing unused assets. Turning underutilization into opportunity. Resource sharing. See how businesses can collaborate to maximize underutilized resources, like sharing excess office space or equipment. Case study: service utilization. Learn how a heating and air specialist capitalized on the excess capacity of other HVAC companies, turning it into profitable business opportunities for everyone involved. Innovative ventures. Explore examples like the medical delivery service that found a new revenue stream by partnering with another delivery company, making efficient use of return trips. Finding hidden value. Discover how creative thinking can turn seemingly mundane resources, like pine needles, into profitable ventures through joint ventures and strategic partnerships. Repackaging and creating new ventures. Capitalizing on collaboration. Strategic alliances. See how businesses can collaborate to create new offerings, like placing banks or restaurants in supermarkets, leveraging existing traffic for mutual benefit. Case study: Sears and Allstate. Learn from the successful partnership between Sears and Allstate, where a simple idea turned into a multi-billion-dollar insurance company. The 100% solution: maximizing new customer acquisition. Lifetime value. Understand the concept of lifetime value and how it justifies generous incentives for new customer acquisition. Case study: Icy Hot. Explore how offering radio and TV stations 100% of the revenue from initial sales helped Icy Hot build a massive customer base and a multi-million-dollar company without upfront capital. These strategies illustrate the power of collaboration, creative thinking, and maximizing the value of both existing and potential assets. Chapter 10: How to make a successful strategic deal. Understanding strategic opportunities. Identifying untapped potential. Recognize the vast number of non-strategic individuals and businesses in your industry and position yourself as the missing piece to their puzzle. The strategy of preeminence. Implement a proactive approach to identify and address the unmet needs or overlooked opportunities of potential partners, leveraging Google search results to find those in need. Psychological framework for success. Building trust and credibility. Develop a presentation that highlights the gap in your partner's business and demonstrates the value you bring, focusing on pre-validating ideas and maximizing mutual benefits. In solving unrecognized problems. Show potential partners the problems they didn't know they had and the opportunities they didn't realize they were missing, positioning yourself as the solution to their deepest desires. Strategic planning for partnerships. Assessing your assets. Evaluate your business's strengths and capabilities, including products, services, distribution channels, technology, intellectual property, and brand reputation. Expanding growth possibilities. Strategize ways to leverage your resources to reach new markets, identify complementary products, services, and establish mutually beneficial partnerships. Identifying potential partners. Create personalized lists of companies or individuals with whom you could form strategic alliances, considering factors like alignment of objectives, strengths, weaknesses, and market reach. Approaching potential partners. Presenting irresistible offers. Craft compelling proposals that assure potential partners of minimal risk and maximum reward, addressing their concerns and objections preemptively. Structuring fair agreements. Design agreements that align with mutual performance expectations, define ownership rights, and plan for contingencies, ensuring clarity and fairness for all parties involved. Avoiding common pitfalls. Traps to avoid. Stay vigilant against common pitfalls like choosing the wrong partners, failing to adapt to changes, neglecting goal alignment, and insufficient planning for growth integration. Maintaining communication. Foster open and respectful communication with strategic partners, allowing for adaptation to challenges and strengthening the partnership over time. By adhering to these principles and strategies, you can navigate the complexities of strategic deal-making, unlocking new avenues for growth and success in your business endeavors. Chapter 11:45 Benefits of Strategic Alliances. 1. Weariness with alliances. Feeling tired of the idea of strategic alliances? Think again. Even if you fancy yourself a lone wolf, there are numerous benefits you might be missing out on. 2. The power of alliances. Strategic alliances can transform your business, providing access to resources, markets, and expertise that would otherwise be out of reach. 3. 45 reasons to consider. The chapter outlines 45 compelling reasons why strategic alliances are worth your consideration, from gaining access to new markets to reducing costs and expanding product offerings. 4. Unlocking opportunities. Through alliances, you can achieve advantages such as scaling up your business, penetrating new markets, enhancing competitiveness, and fostering innovation. 5. Case studies and examples. The text offers real-world examples and stories to illustrate the transformative impact of strategic alliances on businesses of all sizes. 6. Maximizing benefits. By leveraging the power of alliances, you can maximize your resources, reduce risk, and achieve higher returns on investment. 7. Taking action. The chapter concludes by encouraging readers to take action and explore the possibilities of strategic alliances to propel their businesses forward. Chapter 12 Other incredible ways to grow your business without spending a dime. 1. The orderlies who bought the hospital. 2 orderlies in a hospital faced unemployment when the hospital was about to close due to financial issues. They formed a limited partnership with doctors to buy the hospital. By leveraging doctors' investments and structuring a deal, they raised more than enough money to purchase the hospital and made a significant profit. 2. Asset-based lender and double escrow. A person without cash wanted to buy a manufacturing company. Leveraging undervalued assets within the company, they obtained funding from an asset-based lender. Through a double escrow process, they secured the necessary funds without a credit rating and made a substantial profit. 3. Secured lender-supported takeover. A buyer acquired a company in bankruptcy with the support of a secured lender. By leveraging the company's sales and restructuring its operations, they grew the business significantly and sold it for a high profit. 4. Seeing and seizing an opportunity. Bill Gates seized a business opportunity by buying and reselling obsolete political memorabilia. Another example involves buying a bankrupt magazine for its valuable assets, such as original Norman Rockwell paintings, and profiting from them. 5. Bartering. Bartering is an effective way to leverage products or services without cash. 13 specific barter strategies are outlined, including saving cash on capital expenditures, increasing total sales, and creating a barter profit center.